The murders seem to have some kind of connection to a bunch of dolls. The wounds, specifically.
Most people don't think art is useful. It's just literally shoved into this back closet area.
Maybe we should look at the college again. We need somebody who hasn't been associated with Dontera very closely. We need somebody who looks innocent, is calm in difficult situations, and Daniel.
Well, to ask the question is to question what art actually is. So, let me ask you again, what do you think of this piece of wood?
Well, I find the curves very eccentric and the build quality is fascinating.
Exactly. Is Daniel set for this?
Is Vasquez still alive?
From what I can see, it actually turns out that he's recently deceased. It was donated to us from Vasquez. Looks like we've got some new information on Vasquez. In fact, it seems like almost everything in the will of Vasquez was left to one Mateo Vasquez. Hey Foundlings, welcome back to Season 3, Episode 23 of the Odd Campaign. Here with me I have all of my lovely players, some in person, some far, far away, but go ahead and introduce thyself so we may hop right back into the thick of things.
Hi guys, I'm Snow and I play Snow in the podcast. She is the leader of the Odd Guild alongside with her faithful wolf companion, Nachia. Who is the king. He was drinking some water, I apologize.
Hi, I'm RL. I am scared. I don't like creepy things in the game. I have a very visual imagination. I play Alias, who is a tough Russian spy person who's pretty bad. It's her first mission. Let's cut her some slack.
Can I on a side note just note that for her first mission she was supposed to go and find and locate what your country deemed to be an international super threat who is working on nano-neurological technology, which supposedly had the power to bring down the entire Russian population. But you, first mission, were sent to handle this task.
Maybe she wasn't alone. Maybe this was like a test. I don't know. If this was a test, she failed.
Fun plot point. Maybe I'll just add another Russian spy who's like, you're terrible at job, you should stop.
What if you were just being hazed?
This is just a hazing. Oh, that'd be great. Secretly, Stefan's your superior agent.
Oh yes! No, I hate that.
I love it.
No.
All right, introductions. Continue.
Hey everyone, I'm Mohit. I play Ash/Shao, the resident screw-up of the group. Sao/Ash is a bard. I progressed the story with messing things up and will continue to do so this time.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel, and I play Daniel because I am original. Daniel is the resident healer of the group, and in this previous episode was trying to get everyone not dead, because that would just not be fun to deal with.
I'm not dead.
Indeed, you did good.
I'm not emotionally alive, but I'm not dead.
Great! I can't heal for that.
When last we left off, we all found ourselves currently in the courtyard of the college in the city of Araveldum. You recently left the art department after a bit of a spoopy encounter. After having met the art department head and a couple of the students, there was a precarious situation which promptly led all of you to get out of there immediately. So, we find ourselves back with all of my lovely players.
All right, is everybody okay?
No, not mentally. I don't know what I just went through, but it was not helpful to my mental state. I don't like it.
I think I've got, like, a twig stuck in my shoe from climbing through those bushes. No.
Wilson, That's not the concern.
What-
Go
what-
take care of your shoe
Okay,
bush
fine.
over there.
You just see him like hopping on one foot, trying to take his shoe off and like shaking it upside down.
I have never experienced such a terror in my entire life. Why was mannequin moving? Why does it have glass eyes that stare into your soul?
Oh, I didn't see that. But I met a very nice man who seemed to like me.
Luca, we all love you.
Oh,
It
thank
is-
you.
Except for Snow, but
No,
Don't-
I grow on her. Is Kay.
Hold on.
I like you.
She scowls.
She looks at me now.
You're right, Luca. Wow, you are making progress. Anyway, so I don't know what we were doing there. I was just being lookout. And maybe we just, not return.
So, did we find out anything like useful?
Arman is suspicious.
Who?
Oh, yeah, the creepy guy that was in the edit with you.
Yeah, he's one of the students with the art department.
He was, protecting the mannequin and touching it gently. It was weird.
Oh, that sounds really wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, at least one thing was confirmed for us. Our mannequin theory of mannequins moving and maybe killing people is probably correct.
Wait, you saw a mannequin move and attack someone?
I saw it move, and well, I don't know, but it seems like it
Wait,
has.
what did
If
it- what-
Armand was touching it, wouldn't it move if he's touching it, moving it?
No. It moved on its own.
Well, what did it do? Did it jump up and strangle somebody?
It walked right into my soul, Wilson.
Wait,
Well,
Okay.
what if Armand had the ability to control mannequins?
Ooh, what if he did that?
It seemed
So-
like he was fixing it because it moved on its own like it was not supposed to.
so
He
a
also-
puppet master.
Ooh.
Ooh. Isn't that like one of the riddles?
What?
The strings of things?
I don't remember anything about strings
There's
and
nothing but
things.
strings.
Arman also didn't want me to get anywhere near
Yeah, he
the
was
mannequin.
blocking you from going towards it. I saw that.
Well, besides that, I got a message from Draken.
Okay.
They investigated the warehouse that was outside of the town, and apparently that's one of Vasquez's warehouses, and at least I'm assuming. He did mention that Vasquez had an heir,
He doesn't have any hair anymore. I thought he was dead.
but it was a son, not daughters.
Oh, didn't you say he had 6 daughters or
Yeah,
something?
I remember him having 6 daughters. I don't remember him having a son, though.
Who knows? Maybe he had 2 wives.
Well, his name is Mateo Vasquez.
Do you mean Mateo?
Mateo, same difference. It's like tomato.
Akuna, Matata,
No, but okay.
Nakarada?
Akuna,
How-
Matata.
Anyway, before we start breaking out into song, perhaps we should get out of here because I think it's a little suspicious for all of us to be seen here together.
We're just college friends, chit-chatting. It is fun, having good time.
Climbing walls.
So,
So
we arrest our man.
why?
You said he's suspicious.
Okay, we could bring him in for suspicion of what?
Puppets.
Puppets.
Well,
Yes.
he probably would be okay to interrogate the police. He knows something.
Something about what?
The mannequins.
I would like to not go about it in such a heavy-handed and
okay.
obvious manner.
Maybe we have some of the Donterian scope him out. And,
Wait, you said something about workshop. We go to workshop. We storm the place.
I said warehouse.
Same thing.
That's actually different.
Oh, we go to warehouse and we storm the place.
yes.
Why will we storm the place? We can
Oh.
go there and investigate, but that's already where Draken was. and
Okay,
as
we
well
go
as
to
S.
warehouse
Okay, so-
and we sneak the place.
Elias will bend down to Luca. Maybe not storm, just a little bit of rain.
Okay, we go and we drizzle the place.
Yes.
Okay.
Daniel is
A
going to
little
look.
sprinkle.
Daniel's going to look at Alias and Luca with a slightly disgusted look on his face.
He just looks at you with the biggest open mouth smile possible. He's so proud of himself. He's finally putting things together and he's on the right track and he's gonna get a huge promotion.
Oh gosh, this is what the Odd Guild is. A bunch of dum-dums all together in one room.
Okay. Well,
Area.
Wow.
courtyard.
You don't have to just call Sal out like that. That's kind of rude,
Hey.
Snow.
Actually, I wasn't just referring to Sal.
Keep me out of it.
Daniel is a pretty intelligent man, and so is Wilson. I'm not quite sure why you...
Snow.
That's kind of mean.
And also Sal. I don't know who that is, but he's pretty smart.
As Alias compliments Wilson towards Snow's direction, Wilson is precariously raising his eyebrows at her. Like, that's right, Snow. I am an intelligent individual.
All right, intelligence aside,
Yeah.
we're still a bunch of dumbs.
I don't think so. I think we're on the right track. We investigated Vasquez. We found out where his warehouse is. We should probably just go there, right?
Despite what you may think, Snow, I am a straight-A student. Of course, my mother, she says this under her breath, my mother being the head of institution may not have anything to do with that.
Do we hear that?
Well, okay, roll stealth if you're trying to whisper it, and everyone else who would care to roll perception.
15 still.
Daniel would probably roll for perception, but he's more looking to see if anyone's watching them
Okay,
than
that's fine.
listening.
24.
You absolutely hear it.
She just rolls her eyes.
Wilson also rolls his eyes.
27.
25.
So literally, as Elias is saying this under her breath, she says it in almost a stage whisper, and everyone's eyes just immediately turn to her. And then Luca's like, oh, don't worry. My grandmother is also the head of the institution, but she doesn't give me free grades.
No, they were not. That's not what I didn't.
No.
So we
it's
should
okay.
leave.
Yeah,
Leave is the best thing to do.
If we want to go to the warehouse, that's fine, but I have to get the location from Drake, and since he didn't tell me where it was.
Well, that, and we probably want to get some men to watch this creepy guy who's suspicious.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, Daniel and Sal.
Yeah.
Hey, Werewolf College University graduates.
Mm-hmm.
That would be us.
I don't know if it was all those student loans you had to take out, and clearly you had to, like, sell your bodies and all your armor or weapons, but maybe we should get you some again
Yeah, I was about to
before
say.
we all, like, die because there's a serial killing puppet master out there.
Yeah, I noticed you guys really haven't been wearing any armor.
Luckily,
I mean-
they've been wearing clothes.
They have tuxedos.
I don't know if that's going to give them an armor bonus.
It won't. Yeah, we should figure that out at some point, yeah.
At least you look stylish.
We should probably figure it out before we go anywhere else.
That is a good idea.
Because you guys were in a really dangerous situation, especially you, Daniel, upstairs, if really that was a big concern with Armand and a puppet he moved.
Daniel, real quick for me. Along with your perception, please roll for me a will save.
Do we still have the credit card things?
I don't know, do you? Did you throw them away?
No.
No.
You didn't throw them away then.
No, I didn't throw mine away either.
Elias will pull out the credit card thing.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure Draken will be very displeased.
He told us we could use him.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Listen, Daniel, sometimes lower is better.
17 for Will.
That's still a really good will. While you're looking around, you get an uneasy feeling. You're not quite able to make anything out. There isn't necessarily anything immediately around you that you can perceive, but you get an uneasy sensation. And furthermore, you almost feel as if you are getting a warning mentally. It almost feels as if, though not directly saying anything, your goddess is warning you about something big that might be about to happen. But you don't know how soon.
Daniel, you look concerned.
I think something big is going to happen soon. I don't know when, because gods aren't that specific, unfortunately.
What? Elias is looking to everyone else, kind of concerned.
How about we go back to Casa Bianadine and figure out what our next move is first?
I mean, maybe we should just get you guys some armor and weapons before anything else happens.
That too would be
I
good.
mean, they might have something at Casa Benedine.
They could.
Frying pans.
Oh, I was thinking, because they're kind of like a mob, kind of like an organization thing. They might have
Wilson,
like...
they're
What?
not
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If
Like
it was,
the mafia?
if I was assuming, I would assume that they would have Kevlar vests and baseball bats. That's
they're
all I'm
a
saying.
family,
They
Wilson.
are a family of individuals.
Are
Oh, yes,
they
but then we do have baseball bats.
For baseball?
Oh, I thought, okay. we do have the long wooden stick thingies that you hit balls with.
Okay. Or baseball?
I don't know what that is. Sure.
We'll teach you sometime, maybe, if we have...
Okay, so we go? I stay
Yes.
or we go and we get someone to stay?
Yeah, we probably should have someone watching that suspicious guy. How about who is Daniel?
Elias, do you want to watch? I mean,
No.
you are a spy after all.
Well, maybe not me this time. I think
Isn't it your job
Maybe-
to like keep tabs on people and like
Yeah.
relay information?
Wasn't it like your first mission to watch somebody for a really long time?
Look, maybe I just think someone else. Fine. Fine.
But if you don't want to, we
No, it's
but
okay. Leave me alone.
it's
the
okay,
pretty girl around where there is stupid, creepy puppet murderer around.
I mean-
watch me to make me watch the stupid, creepy,
I
maybe
think
puppet murderer.
I think you can take care of yourself.
But if,
I mean, you are a big girl. You're definitely able to take care of yourself.
Are you calling me fat?
No, she's looking up to you.
Excuse me, listen. Hello, hi, hello,
Hello.
Do
everyone.
you want to stay with me, Luca?
Luca, shut up.
Luca's just waving both of his hands
Yes,
and
yes,
smiling.
Luca.
Hello,
Luca.
hi. No, I say we all go and then we tell them and then they bring men back here.
That also
But then
works.
we would leave the guy unsupervised for like.
I'm
like-
sure it'd be fine.
No.
No. So why don't I stay here? You tell Dante to come, because I'm not supposed to be alone. And
We cannot
Elias,
leave you alone
how
until
about-
Dante gets here.
How about this? Elias, you stay. Wait, no. Elias, you come with us. Luca, you stay.
no,
You can run.
I know I'm really good at running.
no. See,
No, I'll be right back. And
No.
he runs off.
No, Luca, no.
He runs off in
Snow.
the opposite direction of the art department, further back. It seems like towards the main entrance of the college.
Elias, you're starting to sound more like a American. Wisconsin.
What?
Yeah. When you get
Is
upset,
my accent getting better?
your accent's getting worse.
Oh.
Well, I mean, 'cause your Russian accent is, but you're getting
no,
like, more
I'm not doing
Americanized.
Russian accent. I am doing English. I am speaking.
It could be because she's
English.
been around us for a really long
Well, we're
time.
kind of rubbing off on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Who is rubbing off on me?
Anyway, how about we go and get some weapons so I don't die as fast as how to? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Bold of you to assume I'll ever die.
You do have.
Elias just snickers quite
Didn't
loudly.
your soul get ripped out and you were put in a jar at
And
one
what
point?
happened?
Yes.
What happened? I didn't die.
You somehow didn't die.
Yeah, 'cause didn't someone come and rescue you?
Yes, that was Lana.
That was fate.
Why do I remember an alternate reality where you almost killed yourself with a fireball?
Huh. I remember that too.
Maybe you've been having one too many dreams there, Wilson.
You know,
Maybe it was a hallucinatory dream. I don't like when you guys talk about things I don't know about.
Listen,
it makes me
I
feel
had
left
it.
out.
I had a dream that Sal was being roasted on a stake, like on a fire pit, like a smoke.
but due to a bunch of bandits in the desert?
You had the same dream?
I did have the same dream.
I had that dream that my papa loved me, and he does.
We shall not talk about this anymore.
All right, well, let's go. I'm sure Luca will be fine.
Let's go, guys. To the market, I assume.
Market, Casa Benedine, where you want to go? Daniel?
Let's go get the. Let's go
Ash?
to the market and get some armor and maybe another weapon that isn't an ice pick.
Ash, what do you think? Do you want to go
heck
shopping
yeah.
again?
Maybe I'll get some new guns.
I want to get myself a nice jacket.
A nice jacket?
Yes.
And like an armored jacket so you don't die?
Yeah, it's snowing. I'm cold.
It's not snowing right now. It's actually kind of
Really?
nice and sunny. It is chilly. It is very chilly. It could snow. Luckily, it's not.
Maybe if someone had a nice jacket, and Elias will pop up her.
Okay, I feel like you're misunderstanding. We are not going on a shopping spree, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get armor and weapons for you two. And she gestures to Daniel and Sal.
Okay, let's go.
All right, onward.
It just feels like a grocery run.
Groceries are important to survival.
You would say that, Snow.
Okay, so
Making a nice shopping spree seem boring because you're the guild leader.
all of you are heading out of the main courtyard in front of the art department, and you are making your way away from the college. But where exactly do you guys go?
To the car?
Snow is walking in a direction north.
So Snow, where are you going?
The market. All
do-
roads lead to the market if
Yeah.
you go north.
Does anyone actually know where to buy these things? Or are we just
Yes. I went shopping with the boys.
The market is actually north.
Did you ever see armor or weapons?
No,
no,
we didn't.
it was more of the fashion district. But I'm sure it's somewhere around there.
Someone please roll knowledge local for me. Anyone who has it may.
I had a 22.
I had a 16.
I got a 25.
9.
Ash has a very keen recollection of the events that transpired, especially seeing as he was chatting it up with a lot of the local individuals while they were shopping, and having previously experienced a shopping spree of his own, he recalls that weapons and armor aren't a general commodity around these parts, and most of the average town people wouldn't have them. In fact, a lot of the weapons and armor are kept somewhat tightly. They're either being produced in research and development, sometimes even at the college, or they are actually kept under lock and key by the government.
Well, you know what that means. Millicent.
What does what mean?
Means we're gonna have to take it from the archive place.
Wait, what?
You're thinking you had a thought and you did not say what you were thinking.
I'm lost. I thought we were going like shopping.
Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking, right? I remember that there actually is no armor and weapon store in the market, right? So, because like they don't really, because the only armor and weapons that happen in this town are like R&D stuff. So we're gonna have to go to the archives and take whatever armor and weapons we can get.
R&D.
Alias squints her eyes at Sal, and very loudly, she gestures her thumb at Sal and goes, "Do we really want to trust what he says?"
Also, for a man who doesn't play video games, you've learned a lot of terminologies.
Oh, well, so he's
I'm
not
proud of him.
entirely wrong. Millicent speaks up, wildly gesturing, just as much as Alias, if not more. So, if you want to look over that way, so that's where research and development normally has, but he's not really wrong. The average townspeople don't have weapons, per se, because we don't want to have, mass riots and revolts, and also, incentivizing serial killers, because if everyone had a knife, anyone could just walk up and stab anyone, and that would be bad. So,
But if everyone had a knife, then you would be able to protect yourself with someone with a knife.
I have a
Anyway.
solution for you guys. If you don't want to go through the process of having to get approval for weapons up here, why don't you just go back down to Yenimut or somewhere on floor 10, floor 5, buy a
who?
weapon?
You know what?
You're probably
bless
not
me.
the Lunka, though. Probably not.
Yeah, don't go to Lunka.
Some places we've been to, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, you could go that, but that sounds like it'd be a really long journey for everyone. So you could do that, or also, like he said, some stuff is in research and development, and some people at the college actually wouldn't mind people taking some of their stuff to try and test it out, but then you'd have to give it back. Or you can also get whitelisted by the government and get a permit to carry weapons. Which technically, seeing as all of you seem to have pointy sticks and stuff, and she kind of points at Snow and Alias and the swords by their side. I don't know how you've been walking around without those registered. Some people in high places must really
Why
like
do you
you.
point to us and not Wilson? He's got a long pointy stick.
Oh yeah, no, that one too. It's kind of
Mine
big and
is
scary.
usually covered by my coat as well
What-
as
what
my
do you-
guns.
You don't talk to Clarence like that.
You named your sword.
No, it's not a sword. First off, this is... Dang it, what kind of weapon is this? I can't remember now.
It's a glaive,
Oh, that's right.
Wilson.
Sorry, it's a glaive, but I couldn't remember the word glaive, so I named it Clarence, and this is Clarence.
Hi, Clarence.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Sal. No one's ever introduced themselves. Clarence likes you now.
Thanks.
What the...
Well, anyway.
Maybe we stay on task.
Well, besides that, guys, if you want to, we can always have you go back down to the lower floors, get your weapons and armor, and then come back.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
that's-
take too long.
That's probably easier.
Not super hard. Yeah.
So before they head down, Snow would say, just make sure you go to the right location.
Oh, wait, goodness, no, we can't go with them, can we?
No, we can't.
Oh, that might be a problem.
It's okay. Wilson, you and I will just stay here. You guys go down to previous floor and check in at, I don't know, you can go to Yenimut, Castle Remidal if you've been there. Maybe the queen can help you out.
We all went to the castle in order to get to the next floor, remember?
You didn't go into the castle. We went
to
around
the
it.
Queen's garden and to the tree.
but we saw the castle.
Yeah, but I feel like you have there's a waypoint kind of system where you have to discover the location or something. I don't know how it works. I mean, you've all been to Lunka and there's a blacksmith there.
Yeah, no.
You can teleport out
just-
pretty much
just
immediately.
throwing that out there. I don't know how well that would go, but
You can always go down to even the previous floor on floor 5.
yeah, you guys could go to Hattusla or something. They'd probably have big markets.
Hey, and Daniel, isn't that where your goddess's temple is located?
That is correct.
You might benefit from going there. But anyway, when you guys are done, just make sure you teleport back here and make it quick.
Will do. Just in, out, buy the stuff.
Yeah, we'll meet you at Casa Benedine, and we'll move from there, because we should probably catch them up on what we found out snow.
All right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
make sure you send someone to watch that sketchy-looking guy.
Luca's watching.
Yeah, but, I mean, he might need reinforcements.
It's Luca.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
if something goes down, I don't think he's going to be that good in a scuffle. He'll probably just run away.
I
but then
thought
it's
you
just
had
like-
confidence in Luca that he could do anything.
I do, but the boy doesn't even have a gun.
He knows
I
how to
don't
do
either.
squats.
He does know how to do squats. All right, so we're going to head out, and we'll see you guys later. And Snow and Wilson begin to walk off, and you see them hop into the limousine, which all brought you here. And they seem to be heading back to Casa Benedine.
And I guess we'll teleport.
All right, where to?
Yenimut?
Okay, I have one vote for Yenimut. Everyone else concur?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Yenimut is fine.
All right, so everyone teleports themselves back to Yenimut, and you find yourselves back in the main town square, just right outside of the mayor's manor, right at the main courtyard where the road kind of bifurcates, and everything kind of comes to a culmination here. You see the mayor's manor, some of the shopping district, including the blacksmith, which you're here for. You also see the main tavern, where you remember James, the barkeep, and you also see the abandoned house of Dr. Vasquez.
Ah, good times. Let's not go to the mayor. I prefer not to get arrested again.
Do they have like magic shop? I could probably use something like a invisibility spell.
I don't know. I remember there was like an herbalist or someone like that. I mean, if you want, we can go with you to look. I don't remember if there was, though. I'm sorry.
Well, let's get you guys some armor first.
So I'm gonna start walking to the blacksmith.
Thought we were all walking to the blacksmith, but whatever.
So, are you following them?
Yeah.
So you all make your way down. You recall that it is actually from where you are, it's down past Dr. Vasquez's house. And eventually you do reach this quaint little blacksmithery and a forge, and you hear him hammering on an anvil.
I'm going to approach the shop and see if I can peruse what he has, if possible.
He has a large number of wares currently on display. Some things are behind a counter and a shelf, but some of them are just kind of hanging around. There isn't too much here, mostly odds and ends. Some of it, though, it does seem to actually be somewhat well equipped with armor and weapons, seeing as the town has notoriously had to defend itself. But it also has its standard array of things like pitchforks and horseshoes as well for the farmers.
I can throw the pitchfork.
You could throw horseshoes.
That too. Do I see if there's a warhammer and some, what was it called officially?
The chain shirt.
Yes.
Seeing as those are relatively mundane and common artifacts, you are actually able to see that there is a large display of chainmail and chain shirts, interlinking clasps. It seems to be very well and intricately defined, as if some very astute care and craftsmanship went into these, as if he is very well practiced in making these, as well as a number of other common and simple weaponry. You do find your warhammer you're looking for, but there are also short swords, long swords, great swords, all manner of swords and axes as well.
So, what kind of weapon do you use?
Yeah, I was looking for a light repeating crossbow.
That is oddly specific.
Yeah. Some kind of crossbow, some kind of bow and arrow.
The blacksmith seems to still be completely oblivious to your guys being here.
I'm just going to try on the chain and the chain armor and see which one fits me the best.
Excuse me.
Almost-
Excuse me.
Almost as immediately as Daniel touches any of the wares, the blacksmith turns around. If you're touching it, you're buying it.
Oh, I was just seeing if which one of these fit me. We do intend to buy something here, though. I was
Yep.
looking for some chain and perhaps a warhammer of some kind.
Well, those we definitely have in spades. That shouldn't be a problem.
So, tell the nice man what you want.
Do you have any crossbows?
That's not something we normally specialize in here.
Do you have any bow and arrow?
Regular bows and arrows, I mean.
But do you have a special one? Because I'm special.
You'd be hard-pressed to find one in the first place, if I'm being perfectly honest. Maybe if you found a hunter, possibly purchase one of theirs.
Okay.
That's not something I make. I normally work more so with the iron and silver.
All right, fine. You're telling me you can't make a crossbow?
It's not something I'm particularly proficient in.
Okay, that's fine. That's
No.
fine. Because I got cash.
Like I said, We have all assortments of armors and some simple weapons here. If you're looking to do some ranged damage, I could prescribe you a javelin.
Okay, so you're telling me there's a different shop I can go to, like a hunter shop. Do you know where I might be able to find that?
A hunter's shop? Well, normally they don't stay in town very long.
Uh-huh.
The hunters are hunters. They come and go from these parts. Like I said, you'd be hard-pressed to find one in this town. May have to look elsewhere.
We are not going back to Lunka.
I mean, I can go. I don't mind that.
You want to go to Scary Werewolf Town on your
I
own
went to school
and
there.
risk getting into combat with a literal pack of werewolves?
Yeah, they like me.
You lot are struggling with werewolves,
We've encountered them, yeah.
if you're planning on going
I've
there.
been one.
He eyes you very warily.
Very warily.
Don't worry, it was a curse and we broke it.
I wasn't even going to be that honest, but okay.
He was one too.
The man seems to be reaching for something under his counter.
We're
I-
not werewolves.
We're not werewolves
I will
anymore.
diplomacy. I will diplomacy.
Good idea.
Since I'm the highest one with diplomacy,
That's a good idea.
you have nothing to worry about, I assure you. We will be out of town before nightfall as well, and the curse has already been broken. Okay? That is a 30 diplomacy.
I'll take out a silver coin that I have and just hold it in my hand to show him that it doesn't hurt me, so I'm not a werewolf.
I'll do that too.
And Elias will slap Sal across the back of the head.
Slap him into the table.
I'm gonna roll strength for that.
There's no need to necessarily. Unless you are physically aiming to hurt him, I will make you roll non-lethal damage to hit him.
Just mean.
But,
Ooh, that is a good question.
Yes.
okay, sure. What's your to hit roll?
2.
Nice. Now,
15.
all right. And Sal, what is your AC?
14.
You all right? So she smacks you upside the head. Please roll damage. That'll be, I think, roll a D4 minus 1, because I'm pretty sure unarmed strikes do a D3.
1.
Plus your strength of 1. So, Sal, you take 2 non-lethal damage as Elias smacks you upside the back of the head.
Nice. Okay. Ouch.
How does the blacksmith respond to all this?
These are very trying times. I wouldn't particularly recommend making such wild accusations as these. I hope that they are a joke, but I fear that they are not.
Oh, they are.
Before I feel comfortable doing business with you, I would first ask that you see the priest, and if accompanied by him and with his blessing, I will sell you my wares. Edgewise,
Well,
I kindly ask you to leave my shop.
That's fine.
Elias glares at Sal. What about me? I have not done anything wrong. Elias raises her hand.
I cannot risk the potential of selling my goods to werewolves and their like.
That is entirely fair.
Oh my god, GM. I didn't think you were going to make a whole story out of this.
Do you think a werewolf could look like this? And Elias will gesture to herself. Can I also roll diplomacy for that?
Sure, you can definitely roll. I want you to understand that this town has been plagued by werewolves for over 2 years.
37 diplomacy, GM.
I've seen werewolves in all shapes and sizes. Still, I do not sense hostility from you lot. If this comes to backfire, trust me, there will be retribution. I will not find anything with my insignia laying waste to my fellow kinsmen, but
I guarantee you we'll be miles away by the end of the night. We are leaving first thing. We only stopped in to get the necessary equipment to protect ourselves.
you may buy my wares, but, as I said, unfortunately for you, and he gestures towards Sal, I do not have what you're looking for.
That's all right, but
Like I said, if you could find a huntsman or perhaps a separate town, you may have better luck there.
sure thing.
All right, maybe you boys should get your stuff quickly so we may leave. All right?
So I am going to find some chain that fits me and, whichever warhammer that looks the best to me. I will say to the blacksmith, all right, sir, how much for these two things?
For the chain shirt and the warhammer, the chain shirt will be 200 gold, and the warhammer will be 16.
All righty. So I am...
Give the man 300 gold for good measure.
I do not have that much money.
Oh, I did not know you were broke. How much gold do you have?
250.
Oh, don't worry, Daniel. I have an algorithm to go. I will give the blacksmith 300 gold.
Okay, sounds good.
The extra is for your kindness.
At least the patrons show some respect. I appreciate it. Don't make a habit of this, though.
We're trying not to.
And he just takes the sack of coins and puts it under the table and motions for you to take the wares as you already have the chain shirt and he hands you a warhammer.
Are you not going to buy armor, Sal?
Oh. You wouldn't happen to have any silk bodysuits in here, would you?
If it wasn't made aware, I mostly deal with metals and occasionally leather.
Well, maybe we can check the magic shop in there and see if there is something we can do for you there. Excuse me, would you be so kind as to direct us in the direction of some shop that is magic wares, scrolls, spells?
Well, there are two potential locations. It depends on what your funds are looking like. You could check out the standard magic shop, or you could also check out the library, where there are some artifacts.
Ooh, a library. I love books. Alias is intrigued by the thought of library.
Sure.
Do you think we could go there instead, boys?
Yeah, why not?
To the library?
Yes.
What
What is problem?
You can. We can't. Or at least, I don't think we can.
It is okay, I'm big girl. I can handle it myself. Anyway.
It might be a different librarian this time. Who knows?
Well, how about I go into library and you boys sit outside, get accustomed to your new armor, maybe try and swing around your warhammer or something safely. And
Into Sal.
and she looks at Sal
I just get bonked on the head.
and keep Sal in line, please.
I will do my best. I
Alias.
guarantee nothing.
We'll walk out of the shop.
Mhm.
Do you guys follow?
Yes.
And where is the library? Just point and I will go.
He gestures over towards the mayor's manor. If you go that way and hang a left, you'll go down the street a little while. It's connected to the main extension.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate your assistance. And she will start walking. And she will look at the boys, hold her hand up. Be good.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm fine. It's him that you need to worry about.
You must be good in order to keep him being good. Daniel, I trust you with this.
I make no promises. This man has a mind of his own.
She looks at Sal
Yes, ma'am.
and gestures from the left corner of her mouth to the right corner of her mouth with her hands pinched and a zipping motion.
Okay.
She's telling you not to mention the fact that we were werewolves once because
Daniel, we're out in town. My word. Jeez. Don't die when I get back. Okay. And Alias will start walking towards the library in the direction she was gestured to.
Daniel will follow her and into town, just not into the library for rather obvious reasons.
Mohit, what is your character end up
I'm
doing?
gonna go towards the magic shop if I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the blacksmith would have
Told me. Okay.
instructed you that both the magic shop and the library are down the street past the mayor's
Cool.
manor. Also, Daniel would recall this, because he has been there before.
All right. I'm gonna go down the street past the mayor's.
Should I roll perception to notice that Sal has broken off from the rest of us?
He's going with you. You're all walking down the street past the mayor's house. If you were also headed to the magic shop, you two would be going in the same direction.
I would definitely just be following Sal to make sure that he doesn't do anything completely stupid.
You're so kind.
Understandable.
Just partially stupid.
So, first off,
Mohit, in all fairness, the person who was wary of werewolves, you straight up told him, oh, I was a werewolf. And then Daniel's like, man, I'm glad I didn't tell him that. And then you were like, oh yeah, Daniel was a werewolf too.
Huh?
Yeah, that was really stupid.
Never lie to strangers.
it made for a fun interaction. I appreciate it.
You don't have to lie to him to not mention it.
Seriously, why did you do that?
It was a big brain move.
Okay, so first we're going to be following Ash and Daniel as they make their way towards the magic shop. You see this dark wooden building, roughly 2 stories tall. It seems to be worn for wear, as the entire town does, seem well-aged, and also the atmosphere is overall dreary. It is exactly how you recall it last time you visited, as there's almost always an overcast during the day, with dark, stormy clouds seeming as if it could rain at a moment's notice, yet it almost never does. But nonetheless, you are able to perfectly just walk into the magic shop, which does have an open sign, and you can kind of peer through these 2 glass windows inside.
Daniel is wondering at this moment if they ever figured out who was stealing the brains.
Are you entering the magic shop?
I am, yeah.
Yes.
As the door creaks open, almost immediately upon you breaching the threshold, you hear a loud, booming voice say, "Who dares enter my abode?
I do. Sir.
Tell me what it is you seek and why you are here for my wares. Now that you have entered, no one may leave without purchasing."
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering, you got any silk bodysuits?
It's so oddly specific.
What manner of question is this? I deal in the arcane arts of scrolls and ingredients, masterful crafted magical weapons.
Okay, you got anything similar to a crossbow but magic? Or a bow and arrow but magic? I'm cool with either one. Or
I have wands and staves and amulets of unholy power. I would not dabble in such trivial wares.
Okay, Gandalf. What kind of amulets do you have?
I have an assortment, over dozens. What is it that you seek?
I don't know, one that gives me,
To add a plug, are you looking to defend yourself or deal some damage?
I'm looking to deal some damage.
All right, let me see what I can find you.
I'm actually just looking to be faster and more charismatic.
That is the exact opposite of dealing damage.
Okay, is that defending myself then?
So you are perusing through all of the amulets. All of them cost at least 1,000 gold.
Okay, that's a lot.
There is a number of them with various titles, such as the Amulet of Bullet Protection or the Brooch of Shielding. You see some that are known as the Necklace of Fire or the Feychild's Necklace, for example. There are a number of them, but all of them range from anywhere from 1,000 gold going all the way up to 20,000 gold.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm interested in the 20,000 gold one.
So you see listed under the 20,000
Just kidding, I'm just kidding. I'm interested in the
there
one.
There are a couple of them.
Under the, let's say, 1,000 gold?
Daniel is thinking to himself, "Oh God, I know exactly where this is going, and I do not like it."
1,000 gold one. What does the 1,000 gold one do?
He walks over. This trivial pestilence. It is simply something that would allow you to lift small objects from range using some form of psychic telekinetic power.
Pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie.
This is a mummified elf's hand that it hangs around a golden chain.
Ew, that's disgusting. Jesus. Okay.
That's just mage hand.
It literally just allows you to cast Mage Hand at will, which is a cantrip, which I'm pretty sure you already have.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right. Nah, this isn't doing too well. All right. Okay, fine. Do you got any magic guitar strings?
Oh, okay.
Do you?
What kind of peculiar question is this?
I don't know. One that someone such as yourself would be interested in.
Even if I had heard of such a thing, there's no way that it would have ever entered my shop. Most things here are relics from a worn-torn civilization in which we have acquiesced in our trials.
Alrighty. All right, what other kind of... do you have any amulets that would make me faster?
Let me see.
Or bring my charisma up, whatever that is. Make me more charismatic. I want it to be so good, okay?
As far as amulets go, I cannot say that I have such a thing. However, perhaps we could look at this. And he moves you over to what appears to be a headband.
Okay, is that a headband of Allure? Thanks, I've been missing that for a while. I'll take it.
This was a torn, ruined one I found in the streets not too long ago.
Oh, really? Okay, you probably pried it off me. All right.
We've been able to mend such a thing.
Okay.
Please tell me it's cursed now.
If you wanted such a thing, I could part for it, but perhaps 16,000 gold.
All right, cool. I would like to make a deal.
Oh God, why? I'm going to pray to my goddess and ask her why.
While this is going on, Daniel, is there anything that you were looking for? For there are very nice written out descriptions next to the prices of things.
I am going to go around and see if there's anything like really cheap that maybe doesn't entirely work, but would perhaps be still interesting nonetheless.
I see what I got you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I would like to make a deal. 16,000 gold. That seems a little bit too much, don't you think? Especially considering this used to be mine.
Oh, so you were the individual who left this torn and ragged masterpiece left haplessly on the ground. Such insolence.
It's a very long story, however.
To be fair, sir, I think everybody in our group would agree with you on that.
Never mind him. He is but a boy. You're talking to a man right now. I would assume this most peculiar device can be parted for a much cheaper price, wouldn't you say so?
Also, sir, if he's getting on your nerves, just let me know. I'll handle it for you.
Pay no attention to my ward. He's only there to assist me in certain minor things.
Okay, roll bluff, and yes, Daniel, you walk off and you are perusing the wares.
No, no.
Oh.
No. I was gonna walk up next to Sal and drop the hammer on his foot.
Nice.
My bluff
Roll the hit.
is 36.
Okay, sure. See, Alias, we are getting into combat this episode.
Oh, no.
Okay, so that would be a 18 total.
You drop this heavy hammer and it squashes onto his foot. Roll damage.
You might have a broken foot.
5.
You take 5 lethal damage to your foot, whereas you feel bones crack and you wince under the weight of the pain.
Can I roll like fortitude or something to make myself...
You can roll bluff to hide the pain if you want to.
Okay. Hang on.
But you definitely do feel pain, as you feel as if you may have even fractured your foot.
34.
You are able to masterfully mask it as if it didn't even faze you in the slightest. Your ward seems to be equally as insolent as you are.
Well, yes. I mean,
You should get these manners in check.
he is but a child. I'm helping him get a little better at things like the art of the deal. Back to what we were talking about, 16,000 gold seems a little bit much, don't you think? Especially considering this used to be my property.
Seeing as I have repaired it for you at the very least, I will part with it for no less than 15,000.
Well, that is a bit much. I would like to barter for a little bit less. I'm gonna roll diplomacy.
Sure.
16.
You have already been given a discount. Anything else would be an insult to my integrity and my store. You shall take the price in which I declare, or you shall leave without purchasing anything.
Okay, well, let's try this very peculiar card and see if that does the trick. And I'm going to hand the little credit card over.
He looks at it. While this may be made of gold, it will not cover your fee. At most, this would be 1,000 gold.
Well, what else can we do to reduce the price?
All that could be done, if there is nothing left for payment, is a trade. If there are any wares you can present to me which I find of greater or equal value, I will accept it.
Why, yes. You see, I purchased this ward for 20,000 gold, and I'd be happy to lend it to you for, let's say, 3 years.
Daniel, are you literally letting this go?
So Daniel's just perusing the store, looking in the glass cases, and you already rolled a perception check, correct?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
please roll a perception check for me.
29?
As you're looking around, you see relatively standard things, very expensive things mostly, everything ranging from almost higher than 1,000 gold. But eventually, after a while, you find this one case which has seemingly smaller piddly things. There's a stone which only costs 100 gold. There seems to be a rather well-kept and ornate bag with intricate stitching on it, and it's also only listed at 150 gold, but
That's my ward.
it seems to be much nicer in quality than the price would indicate.
Excuse, do I overhear him offering me to the man for 3 years?
Oh, is that what he's doing? I was so confused by what Mohit was doing.
Lord. He's offering Daniel as his slave.
Oh, yeah. Daniel, by all means, you overhear that Mohit is literally trying to sell you and your body for a measly penance of 20,000 gold.
Can I roll a will save to see how well I, contain myself?
Keep in mind, this man...
Listen here, sir. If it was something you wanted on your head, why don't we look at something a little cheaper? Perhaps. This hat, for example. And he motions over to what seems to be almost a wizard's hat. It seems to be made out of a dirty, ragged brown. It seems somewhat torn. Despite its appearance, it is a magical item, and I would be willing to part for it for 1,500 gold.
Okay.
Can I go up to the man who operates the shop?
Sure.
Excuse me, sir, but do you happen to have diamond dust?
Of course I would. I keep it in spades. It's a useful material for many a spell. However, it does come at a price. How much of it were you looking for?
For just general restoration, I would need 100 golden pieces worth of diamond dust. So I'm going to purchase 200 gold worth of diamond dust.
He opens a back door and he motions to it, and you see a small little drawer come out from the back room as it floats into his hand, and then he lifts a lid. And he pulls out a tiny little scoop and starts pouring it into a bag. He gestures towards you, as if he's wishing to receive something.
I'm going to hand him 200 gold pieces.
He grabs it eagerly, and he hands you the diamond dust.
I am going to put it in my inventory. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Now, if only your master could be so easy at trading. There are set prices for things, you know.
He isn't my master. He's just an idiot. But, yeah, I agree.
Yo, that thing was literally mine.
Are you interested in this hat of disguise or not?
Alright, what does it allow me to do? Just disguise myself?
It would allow you to cast the disguise self spell at will.
Alright, why not? Yeah, how much is it?
1,500 gold.
Please don't tell me it's a fedora.
No, it looks like a wizard's hat. It looks like a rattered brown wizard's hat. It kind of looks like
Oh, that's so ugly. Alright.
As part of the spell, the hat can become any form of hair ornament.
Oh, that's great.
But it must stay on your head. It could become a comb, a ribbon, a headband, a cap. But it must stay as part of the disguise.
Beautiful. Alright. Okay. I will buy that for 1,500 gold.
Indeed.
Do
you give him 1,500 gold?
I would imagine we have guild funds.
You guys have a place in your guild where you can put your items and money, but none of you have ever said that you have done so. So you guys do have effectively a guild storage bank.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Where you have a vault with your stuff goes here space. So you don't have to keep everything on your character. You can leave it at the guild by all means. That way, for example, if you do get robbed, not all of your stuff is taken from you. While Ash is buying the hat of disguise and Daniel has purchased his diamond dust for his spell requirements, all the while, Alias has been, for the first time, entering the library. Initially, it starts off as a very small, dark wooden hovel where she has to duck under the ceiling, and she's kind of got a crouch walk. But eventually, it opens up into a much grander library with multiple floors, teeming with bookshelves. And you do see a half circle of a counter currently in the center of the room, but you don't see any persons currently in the library.
Dear God, it is beautiful. It is almost more extensive as the library we have at the academy. Oh, so many well-kept books. Such lovely organization. Oh, one could only dream. Alias is an avid fan of books, by the way. Since she was not allowed to watch television or play video games, they were about her only escape from reality. I don't see anyone, Alias thinks to herself. Hello? Hello? I would like to... Oh, no, stay on focus. We are not here for books. We're here for spells, maybe. Hello? Is there a bell I can ding?
Just a moment, I'll be right down.
Oh, okay.
And some time passes, and you're kind of waiting impatiently at this point. It's been at least a minute. No one's there yet.
Hello?
Roll a perception check as you're kind of peering around the place, looking at these numerous bookshelves.
23.
You still don't see any person, but eventually after walking around, you roll a will save?
Heck yeah, I actually rolled well on my will. For once in my life. 23 as well.
Startled, you are managed to maintain your composure, but coming down this staircase, you see what looks to be a goose.
Alias thinks to herself, bird.
And interestingly enough, perhaps the owner of this library dresses his goose up because it is wearing a hat and even has a monocle.
Suspicious. He must work for the bourgeoisie. How else would he be able to afford such niceties?
Bourgeoisie.
Alias
I can pronounce
is
that.
skeptical of said goose.
The goose walks directly up to you until it's but a few feet away from you.
Alias stands back.
Well, how dare you, madam?
Oh.
Talk to me as if I'm part of some larger bourgeoisie. I work directly for the queen and the mayor here.
What? Alias looks to the side, looks to the other side, looks down, and is visibly confused.
The goose is craning his neck up currently, and you see the hat tilt back, and he's looking at you through a monocle, it seems, and his beak is moving, and audibly words are coming out. Is this something I could help you with, or have you beckoned me and interrupt my tea for nothing?
No, I would like to see the magic shop I was told was here.
Oh, the magic shop is next door. I don't... He handles those things. That is not my job. I have books, I have scrolls, I have artifacts.
I do enjoy books. Your library is quite extensive. It is fascinating.
Are you here just to compliment me, or are you looking for something in particular?
I'm going to go to a magic shop. You said on side?
Oh, there's a magic shop next door, absolutely. And he just flaps his wing as if to tell you to shoo. If you don't want my books, and you don't want my scrolls, nor my artifacts, then be gone.
What, do you have a scroll of invisibility?
Ah, something so trivial, of course I do.
Can I buy it from you?
Well, if I have it, and you're offering, how much are you offering?
How much do you think it is worth? Like 10 gold? Alias is perplexed by this entire situation. She's not entirely adverse to the idea that she may or may not have been drugged.
For the scroll of invisibility, it would be 200 gold. Don't insult me. I will take nothing less.
200 for an invisibility.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you go completely unseen on your average day-to-day wares? Can you do it on your own? Or do you not need my assistance?
Would the magic shop next door have scrolls of invisibility?
Probably, but that man will raise your prices. So does the blacksmith.
Alias ponders for a moment. Okay, I will take 3, if you please.
All right. Right this way.
And she will follow the goose.
And he begins walking.
At somewhat of a distance.
So he begins walking, and he walks past all of these bookshelves, and eventually he comes to what seems to be a locked gate behind iron bars. And he flaps his wing, and it seems as if a coated aura almost magically dissipates from around these iron bars, and the lock on which the gate is kept seems to fall open, and the door swings wide. And he begins walking up a spiral staircase which seems to circle the center of the building. Follow me.
Okay.
You're following this goose up this staircase, which seems to encircle the center of the building, and you manage to go up to a second floor, which seems to be completely surrounded in these iron bars, as well as a thin, mystical veil. As you're walking by and you follow him, please roll a perception check.
I will. 20.
You see not only are there lines of dozens of different bookshelves, all containing various pieces of literature, but you also see glass cases which seem to maintain some peculiar items, in which you also see a very intricate and ornate bag. You also see a seemingly tattered brown cloak. And please roll a will save for me on top of all of this.
Hey, I'm not doing terrible on my will.
You're not doing terrible on your will today.
19. Not great, but not terrible.
So you see this intricately designed bag in this glass case, as well as this tattered brown cloak and a very alluring set of earrings.
Wow, what are these? They're not books.
No, these are my artifacts.
Wow, where do you acquire such things?
These were donations made to the library. Things which, after recent events, have been allowed to be parted with, so they are currently on sale. For, of course, a price.
What is the bag?
The bag? From the best we can tell, it functions as if it were a magical space, almost as if a pocket dimension. You see this small, ornate bag, you can perceivably have a large purview of things, and by sticking your appendage into it and calling for what item you wish, it will magically appear in your hand.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And what about those? And she points to the earrings.
Oh, these. They haven't been very well investigated. For some reason, people seem to have a strange attraction to them. Other than that, I do not know.
She bluffs. They seem like normal earrings to me. That is 31.
For all I know, they could be, but people seem to be very attracted to them for some reason.
Interesting. So how much would the bag be?
The bag? I would be willing to part with it for about 1,000 gold.
You know what? Do you know what? Mr. Goose Bardman, librarian, I think I'll take the bag. I've always wanted a nice bag accessory, and Mother said purses are just something waiting to be snatched. But you know what? Mother is not here.
Sounds very good. And he walks over to the glass case, in which he opens by seemingly sticking a feather into a lock and turning it, and then the glass case lifts.
Alias is again taken back.
He holds out his wing, and the bag seems to almost float into it. And for the earrings, were you interested in those as well?
No, I already have a lovely pair of earrings.
All right. Sounds well enough.
She takes the bag and holds it, and about these scrolls of invisibility?
They will be right this way.
And she'll continue to follow.
Eventually you make your way, and you're no longer seeing bookshelves lined with books, but rather you're seeing bookshelves lined with scrolls. And at some point he stops, and he motions, and 3 scrolls fly off the shelves and float gingerly into his hand, to which he then gestures to you.
Are you like a magic telepath, or like a telekinesis? Like you can move things with your mind?
This is generally not the first question that people ask of a talking goose, but indeed I have magical capabilities.
I've learned birds have many mysteries to them.
Now, as it were, I do believe that a fee of 1,600 gold was in order.
Yep, I can do that. And so she'll give him 1,600 gold.
He would lead you down. He would not take your payment here. He would instead lead you down out of this particular section where the iron bars and mystical veils are. So you would have to follow him down the staircase first, and he would go to that half circle of a counter, which is currently in the center of a room, and he would take your payment there.
Where did you get your massive collection of books, by the way?
Most of this is a donation. It was housed here for the Rimadov Empire. A lot of these artifacts are actually theirs. They are spoils of war, which we have found. Now, as it were, thank you for your payment, and please, unless there is anything else, do be on your way.
Can I check out the mother magic shop?
I care not what you do with your time. You may check out any magic shop you wish.
Well, and she'll hold her hand out to the, bend down and hold her hand out to the goose. Well, I can honestly say you're probably one of the only bearable birds I've ever met. I bid you good day.
He would hold up a wing and he would shake your hand. Good day to you, madam.
I'll walk over to the other magic shop and see if they have anything to speak of.
So, as you're walking over to the magic shop, you actually see that Daniel and Ash are currently exiting. It seems as if Ash has a very interesting and tattered and worn brown hat on currently, and Daniel has a small pouch on his side, which was not there previously.
Oh! Do you know if they have any, smoke bombs?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll check. I'll check.
We were lucky to get out of there at all.
She just looks at Sal.
Sal tried to sell me off.
Oh, every time I think it just cannot get worse.
It was all right.
Somehow you defy my expectations. She'll walk into the magic shop herself. Hello?
Who dares enter my abode?
Thank God this is not a bird. Do you have smoke bombs?
Oh, by the way, because I didn't give you a proper description previously, seeing as Ash and Daniel have seen this character before, just for a reminder at home, you see what appears to be a 9-foot-tall, cloaked individual who is currently also wearing a wizard's hat. But his face is obscured in some black mist, and you cannot make out any identifying traits of him. But he's 9 foot tall behind this
okay.
counter. What is it that you seek? Speak now.
I just said smoke bombs.
Nonsense. Why would I have need for such piddly things? I have scrolls of fog cloud.
I mean, I guess that could work. Maybe.
It would be 200 gold per scroll.
That is kind of outrageous.
Well, then you can take your business elsewhere.
Are you kidding me?
It is 250 gold per scroll.
The goose says you rack up prices. Don't you think that's such a deplorable way to conduct your business?
I'm
Can
sorry.
I say that with diplomacy?
Sure.
32.
No. Well, Harold is allowed to run his business however he likes, but here I am the only purveyor of such magical wares, and I will deem whatever price I see necessary on my
You really
item.
think if I don't go to Harold and say, can I have a scroll of fog cloud, he won't be able to give it to me? Magical goose, Harold.
You are allowed to do whatever you like.
This is why you probably don't have as many customers as him.
My business is running fine. In fact, I just sold my wares to those two gentlemen. And he gestures out the door.
Almost look like scammed them. I will intimidate.
Sure.
150, 2 scrolls fog, no less. That's 23 intimidate.
You see as for a moment it appears that he shirks back, as he was not anticipating being chastised. But then it's almost as if his figure grows, and he becomes to get larger, even still than 9 feet tall, and it seems as if he's almost bending and looming overhead above you. The shutters behind you, in which light was streaming through the windows ever so slightly, seem to close, and the door slams shut. Insolence! What is this? You threaten a shopkeep in his own domain? Know you nothing of how wares are sold?
I sure was.
You shall now buy 3 scrolls at 600 for all in total.
Alias will walk out the door.
You turn around to go and open the door, and it seems to be locked.
Really? She just kind of raises an eyebrow.
You come into my domain, insult my business practices, and then demand things at such outrageous prices. And you think that you will leave off so easily without a proper scolding.
It was 50 gold off. Also, this is extortion. You
may leave my shop and never come back. And the door swings wide open, kind of hitting you as it does so.
Oh no, I'm so sad. She'll walk out. I'll flip him off as I walk out. Rightfully so.
I mean, you were kind of rude to the guy.
The guy was kind of rude to me.
You insulted him multiple times.
He jacked up the prices. He's a scam artist.
What did he jack it up to?
200?
200.
No, that's not a jack up of price for that type of spell.
That's how much you paid for the scroll of invisibility.
Yeah, but I
200. That is actually the value of that spell.
It
200.
is.
Nope. It's a second level spell.
Nope.
Of a sorcerer.
Nope.
Yeah, it's okay. She's able to believe whatever she wants.
She can believe whatever she wants.
She likes the goose, and the goose said that he jacks up his prices.
The goose was honest. I got a cool bag. He had a lot of books.
But
He
you
liked
didn't check.
books.
I wonder if the bag is a bag of devouring.
No, it's a bag of holding.
It is a bag of holding, so she was told.
So you were told.
So, has everyone gotten their wares? And-
Screw you! She gives him big thumbs down. Boo! You're awful.
And never come back, as the door slams behind her.
Hi, guys.
That sounded like it went well.
Oh, no, guy's a jerk.
Fair.
Anyway, I got what I needed, really. And even something I didn't need, but kind of did, but didn't know I did not need it. Look at the bag! Watch. And she'll put the scrolls in the bag, one after another. Watch. And you see the
How many scrolls did you buy?
3. See? Look.
Mm-hmm.
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 Do I have anything else to put in the bag?
Yeah, you can put whatever you want in the bag. Seems like there's plenty of ample space in there.
She will bring out her red stilettos.
Are you putting them in one shoe at a time, though?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Watch. What? What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks like a bag of holding.
Do you have anything else you want to put in there?
My ski mask.
Ooh, okay.
Wait. Can you retrieve it to make sure it works before you put anything else in there?
Yeah, I just have to, say what I put in. So, she reaches her hand in.
Okay.
Scroll invisibility.
So as you put your hand in and you request something to come to it, you feel the scroll get placed into your hand. But as you go to pull your arm out, The opening of the bag closes around you. You feel a sharp pain.
Ow! What? Ow! What the hell?
You take 22 points of damage.
What the hell?
As it feels as if teeth and almost dagger-like objects are surrounding and biting into your hand.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh
man. I was under the impression this was some GM.
Hi. Oh, it functions perfectly fine.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, it functions perfectly as intended.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
It functions,
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
It functions as intended.
Okay. This isn't what I thought it was. Look at my arm.
It's still, no, the bag is still surrounding your arm. You cannot pull your arm out of the bag right now. It is closed and your hand is stuck in there. Like, it is like halfway up your forearm.
Oh.
Okay, so how are we going to get that rest of your arm out of there?
I rolled to intimidate the bag.
Okay, roll to intimidate the bag.
Let go or I slice you like pickle. Nat crit. Which makes my total intimidate 38.
As you intimidate this bag, you feel its grip loosen, and it actually opens up, and you're able to pull your hand out of the bag, though you do see dagger-like teeth marks almost surrounding your arm.
Ow.
I didn't expect that to work.
But you do successfully have your scroll of invisibility in your hand.
Okay. Well, let me get the rest of my stuff out, and then you can heal me, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll sell it back to the goose.
What? That's not going to work.
I gotta roll these first, and then this, and then maybe these.
I never said I was sticking my hand back in the bag.
Okay, well, how are you gonna get it out?
I'm gonna hold the bag open and try and shake it. The scrolls! Give me the scrolls! There's 2 more scrolls of invisibility. Spit them out, or I tear you up.
The bag does not seem to respond.
Daniel,
Yes.
this will be painful. Alias pulls out one of her guns, holds it to the bag. She says, if you bite me again, I shoot. I don't care if I lose my stuff. So you can either die or let me get my stuff.
Okay.
She reaches her hand back in and says, scroll of invisibility, both of them.
So you feel as 2 scrolls of invisibility enter your hand.
And I will try to pull it back out.
As
I'll
you
stick my gun into it.
As you pull out, the bag seemingly jumps and actually goes almost all the way up to your shoulder and clamps down on you.
How much damage?
You take an additional 14 damage.
Okay.
As it seems to chomp down on your shoulder, biting it deep.
Are you okay?
I'm going to shoot it.
All right, roll to hit.
I shoot. I'm pointing it at it.
That's fine. Yeah,
On it.
you shoot. Go ahead, roll to hit.
15 plus 16, 31.
So you do manage to shoot, and your loud bang goes off, and you see this bullet as it pierces through this bag, and now there is a visible hole in this bag. It is still clamping down on your shoulder. Oh, roll damage.
I do that with my non-lethal one. Or, well, no, with my frost. So that's 1d8 plus 1d6.
Roll it.
7.
So you deal 7 damage as you see this bullet, this round, pierces through and leaves a hole in the bag.
Can I roll intimidate again?
Sure.
Let go, or it is another bullet. And that is 27.
It seems unfazed by your remarks and even the attempt at its life. Please, what is your CMD for me?
26.
Daniel and Ash, please roll a perception check for me.
29.
23.
The bag's mouth opens wide, and it's no longer just covering your one shoulder, and your arm is no longer invisible. It actually seems as if its mouth opens wide, and it goes under your foot and over your head and clamps down hard. And it even obstructs your vision, covering one eye. And while one vision can perceive Yenimut, the other one only perceives a black abyss.
Oh my god.
GM, this is so mean.
So what are we doing? What do we gotta do?
So yeah, by the way, to Daniel and Ash, it seems as if almost half of Alias is invisible, And to the side of her where she should be, it is just a black mystical void which is being currently consumed and enraptured by a bag of sorts, which seems no larger than like an average satchel or a small purse, but it seems to almost be consuming and wrapping around her. What do you do?
That's very scary. We're going to try to pull Alias out of there.
Alias, you take another 12 points of damage.
Good thing I have a lot of health.
That is true.
Daniel, what are we going to do? Do we want to try to pull her out? Or is that going to suck us in?
Okay, so I'm going to offer a suggestion to you guys.
Please do.
Please consider using the skill checks that you have. What kind of skill check can you use to maybe identify a creature or a magic item, for example? Beyond that, you better act quickly, because if it's a creature that is attacking her,
All right.
takes it basically its move every 6 seconds.
Okay, rolling knowledge arcana.
If you want to identify something, you can always ask the GM specifically, hey, am I able to identify this creature? And the GM will indicate to you what skill check you will use to do that.
Can I use a panache point to do dodging panache? Because if it's attacking me...
All right, so what would you guys like to do?
Wait, can I
We'll
use
roll-
menacing swordplay to intimidate?
Yeah, you could try, and you would have to drop your gun, which is currently in your one hand, and draw your sword. What part of your body is your sword normally kept on? Your left or right hand side?
Left hand.
Okay. And which hand is your dominant hand?
She's ambidextrous, but she would be holding... I assume she reached in the bag with her right hand,
Okay.
so she'd be holding the gun with her
So
left.
you have your gun in your left and your sword is on your left, so you could drop your gun in your left hand and reach down to your left hand side and draw your sword. Yes, that is possible. So we're going to roll this pseudo-like combat, but it's just going to be all three of you in the order of Alias, Daniel, Sal, and then the bag. And we'll just go back and forth between you three doing your thing and then the bag.
Can I roll to detect magic and see if it's like a magical item or
Sure.
if it's something else?
Yeah, by all means.
It's not my... Wait, so the bag just went to swallow me more. Is it my turn?
It is indeed your turn. The bag has swallowed half of you now.
Okay, I'm gonna... So I have quick draw?
Yeah.
So I can quick draw a sword.
Yep. So you would have
drop-
to drop your gun and then you can draw your sword.
I'll
Yes, it's fine.
drop my gun, draw my sword, and I'll use a panache point. Or no, actually it's while I have one panache point, so it doesn't use one.
Sure. What is it called?
Menacing Swordplay. At 3rd level, while she has at least one panache point, when a swashbuckler hits an opponent with a light one-handed piercing melee weapon, she can choose to use Intimidate and demoralize that opponent as swift action instead of a standard action.
Sure, go for it.
And I will attempt to do that with my Gladius sword using Pierce.
Okay, so go ahead and...
And attempt to intimidate it.
Yep, go ahead and intimidate it.
To get it out.
Yeah, just intimidate it.
Roll to intimidate?
So you roll to intimidate, yes.
Oh, that's really good. 33 intimidate, and that's when it says when a swashbuckler hits an opponent with a light or one-handed piercing weapon. But I assume it wouldn't be too hard to hit since it's just peep.
Okay, so you have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
So please do that first, and then I will take into consideration your
So that's plus my
BAB plus strength, since it is is it a finesse weapon?
Is she considered grappled?
She is considered grappled. So she's taking a -2, but I'm keeping track of that.
It's 16 plus BAB, 16 plus 12, 28
Yep.
plus strength 1.
No, you definitely hit. Most certain.
Okay, so I hit. Really good weapon. So it's 4d6, but it can be 5d6 if it's non-lethal damage.
You have to make that call.
It's gonna be the 4d6 of lethal damage.
Okay.
Or at least it's gonna try to be. 4d6, that's a 6, plus 1, plus 1, plus 3. So 6 plus 5, 11.
Okay. And with that...
And I also did the Intimidate, which was 33.
It appears as if it is shaken by your scowling remarks and your dazzling display of swordplay. Alas, what it seems to do in response is just chomp down harder on you.
Ah!
Daniel, it is your turn.
Okay, let's roll Detect Magic.
So are you casting the spell Detect Magic?
Yes.
Okay. So Detect Magic on the first round would just tell you whether a magical item is present or not. If you wanted, you could potentially roll a Knowledge Arcana to determine more about this creature.
Okay. That's not what I thought it did.
So yeah, detect magic, 1 round tells you the presence or absence of magical auras. For 2 rounds, it would tell you the number of different magical auras and the most powerful one in the area. And if you concentrated for 3 rounds, it would tell you the strength and location of each magical aura.
Okay, that's not really what I wanted to do. Gosh darn.
It says after the 3rd round, you can make a knowledge arcana check to determine the school of magic in which the aura is involved in. But that is only after 3 rounds of focusing on detect magic.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel so betrayed right now.
Never trust a bird. They work for the bourgeoisie.
Gosh dang it, she would trust birds more if that happened, but now she's gonna, oh man. Oh, that's gonna set her back.
Okay.
So if you would like, you may roll a knowledge arcana.
Okay. But Elias needs help now.
Kind of true.
You could heal.
Knowledge is a free action. It's just what you know offhand.
So I can roll a knowledge arcana and do...
A healing spell, for example. Absolutely.
Okay, so I will roll for knowledge arcana.
Sure.
Do I get to do that as well, or
Crit fail.
Yeah, why is a bag biting people? That's Daniel's
Was
understanding.
that your total?
Yes.
Jeez.
So Daniel, on your turn, would you like to heal Elias then?
Do what?
Yes.
Or would you also like to attack? You get hit with a hammer. Who knows? You can do whatever you want.
I was going to heal Elias because I would prefer her not to die.
Sure.
I'm going to roll heal critical. I'm going to do heal critical wounds.
Is that a touch spell?
Yes.
Okay, so you walk up and touch the one remaining half of Elias as the other half is being consumed by a bag. And please do roll your healing.
26.
All right, so you healed 26 points of damage. Congratulations. That mitigates a lot of the damage that's done thus far. Almost half, in fact.
Mhm.
There we go. All right, Ash, it's your turn.
all right? I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana.
All right, go for it.
I got a 10.
Total?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oof. You are not particularly familiar with this object. You can definitely tell that the bag is magical, but you don't particularly know too much about it,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Did you say Elias has a hand sticking out?
She does have one hand currently sticking out, and that is what is holding her gladius.
Okay, Is it possible I could try to like pull her out? I guess.
Absolutely. You could aid another against her grapple check. So
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll do that.
So yeah, you could just help like kind of pull her out.
Okay. How do I grapple as a check?
Grapple would. So you would roll. You could. I would say just roll a grapple check, which is BAB. Well, it's your CMB, and if your CMB is high enough, I will say that you have aided her.
Alrighty.
So you could also roll CMB plus your strength.
Oh, CMB is 7. Cool. So what am I rolling? A strength?
7 plus your dice roll.
A 21.
It seems as if you are pulling on and assisting Elias, and she will get a bonus on her next round. But as you do, it seems as if the bag's teeth sink deeper in, and she takes another 6 damage.
That's horrible. No, Elias, are you okay?
Yes, I am fine.
No, Elias, no! I don't have anything that could help her. That sucks. I can sing a soothing song. I don't want to do that though. That'd be so insensitive.
What do you mean you can sing a soothing song? You have a lot of different bardic abilities, but you could also attack.
Attack her? No.
Okay, Mohit, this is a combat. Think of it this way. You have an enemy, and then you have your friend who's being grappled by the enemy.
Oh, okay. So, would it be possible? Okay, so it is actually possible for me to do this. All right.
You have spells, right?
But wouldn't I hit her in the process?
Okay. You have spells.
Yes.
You can use spells. Think about what spells you have.
I want to use Cord of Shards. That's what I want to use.
You can use Cord of Shards. Now, read what Cord of Shards does.
During your bardic performance, I'm going to start a bardic performance.
Okay, so starting a bardic performance is a standard action. You can absolutely do that.
Cool. I'm going to start a bardic performance.
What bardic performance do you start?
I'm going to start strings.
No.
Oh, right. There's a... Ooh, okay. I'm going to inspire greatness. Yeah.
You know what it does?
Inspire greatness. It basically... creature inspired by greatness gains 2 bonus hit dice. Essentially, I'm giving Elias... I'm kind of giving Elias max health.
Inspired Greatness does give 2 bonus hit dice of d10s. She would roll that and add that to her total. Now listen,
Yes.
It also does the following things. If you read further in, she gets 2 points of bonus competence on attack rolls, a +1 on fortitude saves, That's what that does. Okay?
Okay, I'd love to do that. Well, for now then, yes, I will start a bardic performance, Inspire Greatness. Alias, you are the greatest spy I have ever met. You are a master of your craft, and I believe that you can get out of this.
I know.
Did I do it? Yay! 8 for 1 d10, 3 for another d10, so 11
Very nice, very nice.
total. And then can I also do the Song of Chords?
You already assisted her.
Oh, okay.
And also
That's fair.
cast a spell,
All right,
so
never
I'm gonna say that's your turn. So I am going to ask you once more what specific action you attempt to do.
Me?
Yes, you. I'm going to give Alias. I'm gonna give you one more opportunity. I'm gonna ask you specifically what specific action you have taken. I want you to think about every action you have taken up to this point, and you have not rolled this yet. And I don't want to tell you exactly what it is because I feel like that gives it away, and this is agency of you as a player. I don't want to tell you what to do. You are free to do whatever you want.
Is it like a Chinese finger trap where you have to go in to get out?
Okay, I'm going to tell you that no first, but what is the bag doing to you?
It's hurting me.
Okay?
It's eating me.
Specifically, you are under the grappled condition. What has your response been thus far to get to remedy the situation?
Whack it.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more time. What do you do in response to what it is doing to you?
Try to get out of the grapple.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Please roll your CMB to escape the grapple. You are at a +2 because Mohit is assisting you. And does the spell also give her an additional one? To attack rolls. No, that says to attack rolls. This is arguably an attack roll.
This is only to attack rolls, not combat maneuver checks.
Okay, so you are still at a +2 because he's aiding another. Roll, please. Don't just, it's just your CMB. It's dice roll plus CMB. Don't read anything else. Get off your phone. No, I don't, just roll your dice.
It's a 2.
No.
Is Elias? We're killing Elias? We're killing Elias?
So,
what's the total?
Am I going to have to go back to Zana?
Say the total. Say the total.
Total 15.
Okay. So, to read the Bag of Devouring, in which it states that the bag has a CMD of 18 for anyone who is attempting to break free, which means at her +2, she needed a minimum check of 16. That is, you literally had to roll a 3 or higher.
Yeah, but my 2 plus 3, that's 15, plus 2 that Mo hit, that's 17.
No. Your 2 plus your CMB of 13
15
is 15.
Plus Mo hit.
Right, and which is a 17.
Yeah.
You needed an 18. The bag...
Son of a...
You were off by 1 point. The bag has a CMD of 18.
I guess we're going back to Zana.
If it pins a creature, it pulls them inside as a free action. The creature drawn within is consumed.
Just do it to me. Do it to me, GM. Just do it to me, GM.
You see the bag's mouth open wide as it finishes the job that it had started. Sal's grip is loosened as Alias is seemingly no longer in your presence, and all there is a bag laying in the dirt road. We're gonna cut it there, ladies and gentlemen.
Horrible, Quentin. Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait until I tell Jaden.
You had 3 rounds to roll to escape something that had a minimum check of 3 that you had to roll.
So thank you, Rodrigo, for commissioning this beautiful piece of art. Alias, she will forever be in our memory. There is a possible chance we could revive her. Maybe.
If they take the bag, but...
So, that's going to be it, Foundlings, for this episode of Odd. Thank you for joining us for Season 3, Episode 23. I hope you had fun. I know this was completely unexpected. I literally looked up random items from a list and rolled
I feel so betrayed.
I rolled a percentile die to select the items. It randomly selected this, and then you only had a 10% chance for this bag activating, and then you had 3 rounds to escape it. So to say that this was not intended is an understatement. But with that, I feel like I'm going to leave you, Foundlings, for this week. So, Snow, please take it away.
All right, Foundlings. This is the first death in the SAO
She's not dead.
campaign. No, listen, Quentin, there are rules to the game. Alias is gone for now. Well, Foundlings, that is a very sad end to the episode, but don't worry. Things can only get darker.
I'm so sorry.
Until the Odd Campaign and the Odd Guild make their triumphant victory over this stupid world. How dare it? So, all right, Foundlings. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Sword Art Online Odd. If you've enjoyed today's episode on this somber note, or you've been enjoying the Sword Art Online Odd campaign, please make sure that you share it with a friend. Maybe don't start with this episode unless you really think that the chaos of what just happened is okay. Yeah, so go ahead and share that with a friend or family member. And wherever you listen to your podcast, please make sure you leave a rating and review because that helps us out immensely on getting discovered by other people. And in addition to that, if you would like to support the podcast in other ways, maybe we'll start like a whole Rip Alias fund on Patreon. I don't know.
You can bring her back via your charitable donations.
Yeah, your donations will bring Alias back. That might be a joke. That might be serious. I don't know. I'll consider it. You might want to send us an email or something. You can send us an email at info@missingroleplayerfound.com. That's actually one way to get a hold of us. Or you can join our Discord if you follow the link in the description below. And if you can't click it, copy and paste it or have somebody read it to you because I want to hear your reactions to this, please. And also you can follow us on our social medias on Twitter and Instagram @RollFound. And the last but not least, maybe we'll make a RIP Alias shirt on our...
It's just her character was being eaten by a bag.
And it'll be like RIP on top. So yeah, no, if you want to get that made, consider supporting us and also leaving a message.
Don't touch me, GM.
And also, we do have merchandise, so please visit us on our website, missingroleplayerfound.com, where you can get shirts, including the RIP Alias shirt, which will be coming out in the near future. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. So, we were supposed to be investigating a murder mystery today, and indeed, there is now a mystery of how someone was murdered, but not the one that I intended. Everybody, find out what happens next week on the Odd Campaign. Bye, guys.